My friend, in this video I'm going to answer the question, can Spotify take away streams? And, spoiler alert, I'm going to explain to you why the answer is yes. So before I continue, I wanted to let you know that I've also written an article on this topic, so if you'd like to follow along, or if you simply would prefer to not hear my voice and read it instead, simply Google, "Can Spotify take away streams? Best Friends Club." So straight off the bat, Spotify can take away streams if Spotify believes any streams are coming from fraudulent accounts. Accounts can be seen as fraudulent if they're coming from bots, click farms, deactivated accounts, or any accounts with strange behavior. There are several different reasons why Spotify may deem any account suspicious or fraudulent, and the way you might be gathering streams from these bad accounts is actually pretty simple to find out. So let's dive a little bit deeper into why and how Spotify can take away your streams, as well as what you can do to get them back. So Spotify can take away your streams if they believe any of your streams are fake, but why would they do this in the first place? As Spotify has grown more popular, evildoers have entered the scene trying to game the system by selling streams and making money off of artists by having them pay to be on fraudulent playlists. Naturally, Spotify has to start cracking down on this to make sure that they don't lose any money by paying out royalties for fake streams. Here's a recap of the main sources that Spotify may see as fraudulent: streams from bots, streams from click farms, and streams from deactivated accounts. If your streams have gone down, disappeared, or look like they have been taken away, it is most likely that you've been getting streams from fraudulent accounts. But how do you get the attention from these fake accounts in the first place anyways? The most likely way to get fake streams from fraudulent or fake accounts is by getting your song placed on fraudulent or fake playlists. It has unfortunately become a pretty common practice for scammers to sell placements on playlists with lucrative stream counts and followers. But the catch is that these stream counts and followers are actually from bots, click farms, and or deactivated accounts. So what can you actually do about this? If you find yourself in this unfortunate position, you really have two simple options. One is to wait to see your actual streams on your Spotify royalty statement, which usually comes out 2 to 3 months after every single stream. And two is to stop purchasing paid playlist promotions, or at least start being more critical with the placements that you do pay for. At the end of the day, the numbers that are reported in the Spotify for Artists dashboard are really just estimates, and the final numbers will appear in 3 months on your actual royalty statement. So how can you actually spot a fake Spotify playlist right now? So it can be difficult to actually spot fake playlists, which is very frustrating, but here are 5 signs that the playlist that you're looking at might be fake. So the first one is if the playlist company is claiming to give you an exact number of streams for an exact amount of money. So something like $10 for exactly 1,000 streams. The only real way that they can guarantee a specific number of streams like that, if you really think about it, is if they're running a fake playlist. Because obviously people on actual playlists, how they use that playlist and when they listen to it, it can be completely variable. There's no way that you could actually guarantee a specific amount. Second is if the playlist company doesn't share any info on the playlist that they're adding you to. If you can't check out the playlist for yourself, that's a big red flag, since you can't actually inspect the quality of the playlist and they don't want you to do that. Third is if the playlist company does not make it clear how they actually grew their playlist followers. If it sounds too good to be true, and they don't give out any real details, then it is definitely too good to be true. 4 is if the playlist company doesn't care what your music sounds like. So if they don't actually want to hear your song or any details like genre or vibe, they might just be sticking you on any playlist that isn't relevant just to make money off of you. And 5, this one is definitely very challenging to find out, but this is something I think that Spotify is looking at, and it's if the playlist doesn't have a good stream to listener ratio. So if each song has been streamed exactly 1 time by each person on the playlist, that could be a major red flag, and I don't think that you could actually find that yourself. I think that's something more that Spotify might be looking at. So the main takeaway here is, in terms of spotting fake playlists, you need to do your research as much as possible, and if the playlist company doesn't even provide you a way to do that research in the first place, that is probably going to be your biggest sign to run away. So what can you actually do if your Spotify streams are taken away? So the first thing that you should do when you suspect that Spotify may have taken away your streams is to find out if Spotify has actually taken away your streams, or if your Spotify stats are just in the middle of being updated right now. Spotify updates its stream counts only once per day at 3 p.m. EST. Leading up to this time, there may be even a temporary bug in the system where the set actually goes right down to 0. This happens to me all the time. But the good thing is, when you actually see that happen, it's more than likely that in about 30 minutes or so, your stream counts are going to jump up to what they actually are. They're just in the middle of updating things, and sometimes there's little bugs in the system. Other than that, the main things would be to use the actual Spotify for Artists dashboard, so you're actually seeing the stats updated more quickly from Spotify. 2 is to make sure that you're not doing anything sketch, and you probably know if you are. And if you aren't sure about the playlist, try to do the research tips that I mentioned earlier in the video. And 3rd is you can actually reach out to Spotify for support. They're probably going to tell you just to wait it out and give you not the greatest answer, but it never doesn't hurt to try, right? And one quick last thing that I wanted to throw in is where do these fake streams actually come from anyway? And I kind of touched on it a little bit in the video, but I want to give you that info right now. So these fake streams are often achieved by click farms, which I mentioned before, or in this case, stream farms. And a click farm is where basically a bunch of phones, computers, or tablets are set up with Spotify. Either humans or automated scripts constantly play music in order to boost streams. Click farms are generally based in third world countries like Thailand or the Philippines. Nothing wrong with those places, but that's sometimes where these things happen. And it's possible for these fake streams to be used using VPNs that change the location of the stream's IP address, basically making it look like that stream is coming from Canada, United States, anywhere else, so it looks a little bit more legit. Click farms and these kind of things are very popular in anywhere in the advertising world, so you may notice if you get into, say, Facebook ads, you might get a lot of clicks to your ad, but it doesn't actually turn into streams, and that's another version of click farms, where it's people just clicking away and hitting the objective of clicking on the ad, and that they just click on the ad and move on to the next step. They're not actual fans that are listening to your music. So I actually use Facebook ads. It's helped me got to where I am now, but you got to be careful and watch out who you're targeting to and where you're targeting to make sure that you avoid click farms and any unwanted clicks to your. And that's it. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I don't know, do whatever you want. It's your life, but that would probably be good for the channel and all that stuff. Anyways, good luck on your next release. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend. Have a good one.